take the years of pandemic. In the pandemic years, our pharmaceutical export was very high, right? Because that was the demand of the world. And then because the situation normalized, right? So that pharma export became normal, not so high. Like that, some sectors will have an impact on the total exports.
So in December, we had a very interesting report which came out. So this is from the government itself. I was very surprised that very, very few news channels picked this up, but I want to do a deep dive into this with Jagat sir. So let's open it up here. I've leave this link in the description, so you guys can check it out yourself as well. But yeah, let me just quickly go through this. So Jagatji, there was essentially an India's export performance. They report this on a quarterly basis and on a monthly basis. So let's look at this report, which spoke about the total merchandise export in ore and jewelry. It's important for you guys to know because आपके market में ये धंधा हो रहा है. So if you're in the same space, please have a look at this. We'll first talk about merchandise and export service breakdown. So just in the month of December 2023, the total merchandise export, which is your goods, was 38.45 billion and imports was 58.25 billion. Services export was 27 and 13 respectively. Overall trade 66 and 71, and the trade balance of -5, which is basically हम ज़्यादा अंदर ले रहे हैं instead of pushing out. So, I mean, yeah, why do you think this is? Why has this number come down in 2023?
No, so this is a monthly figure, but if you multiply it to 12 months, we have targeted $750 billion in the entire year, and we will reach that, right?
Okay.
So monthly sometimes fluctuations happen.
Okay.
Because like if you take December data, then most of the developed countries have Christmas.
Right.
So, people are more, on a holiday mode. So.
But April, so if I look here, right, April to December 22 and April to December 23, it has actually gone down from 575 to 565. This is the...
Yeah. So what happens is, see, you have to understand one thing, that take the years of pandemic. In the pandemic years, our pharmaceutical export was very high, right? Because that was the demand of the world. And then because the situation normalized. Right. So that pharma export became normal, not so high. Like that, some sectors will have an impact on the total export. Second, more important is we have to understand that the major economies in the world who are our buyers, like US,
are
Europe,
in recession,
are in slowdown, kind of a slowdown.
Right.
So in spite of that, it is almost similar, So I am very confident that by March 2024,
this year, yeah,
we will touch our $750 billion target, which is a growth from the last year. So because if you see any data of any year, you will always see that last 3 months have always been a big boost of exports from India. So we will touch, even though it is looking very close right now, but I'm confident we will touch that level. And that is why I keep saying that from the government of India, and this situation is going to be more alarming next year. So all the conditions which are prevailing in the global market are going to, that same challenges are going to increase. So if you want to nullify the impact on exports from India, the government will have to take some market link related initiatives.
Right.
To boost it up. Right. So that's a very good, correlation to data.
Right.
And we should focus on non-IT service related exports also.
Right.
Because that is going to give a huge
This is what
leverage.
will make sure that we actually get to 750 billion.
See, yesterday we had the Ayodhya Ram temple inauguration. Right. And I was talking to a lot of TV channels, and this is what I said, Ayodhya, see, in the holy place for Islam is Makkah.
Right.
And they get around 20 million visitors a year.
Right.
Right. And
Wow.
Vatican City gets 9 million visitors.
Right.
And the lowest projection for Ayodhya is 50 million.
50
million. There is a Jeffries report yesterday
Okay.
which says 50 million visitors will be there in Ayodhya in 1 year.
Wow.
Now imagine how much business opportunity it creates. Just take one example. Again, I go back to food. See, Government of India has a very good scheme which is called One District, One Product. We have so many districts in the country. For every district, government has identified one product which is competitive and which is a cluster-based product. For Ayodhya, it is good. Jaggery. Jaggery is ODOP product
Okay.
of Ayodhya.
Okay.
Now, jaggery is actually a replacement of sugar.
Right.
But look at the sugar market of the world. Huge. But can we use knowledge now to convert, to transfer sugar market to good market?
Right. Right.
That what are the benefits of good? That part of knowledge, as I said, when it connects to your product,
Yes.
is going to take us to the global markets. And this government has a role to play. Private sector companies also have a role to play to educate. We have to educate. Yesterday when the temple was inaugurated, whole world now came to know. So many people never knew that it was a 500 plus years of struggle.
Right.
Now they came to know and they have started appreciating. The way India got a good name because of vaccine diplomacy, we can get similar good name because of this Ayodhya.